Hey everybody, my name is Lowell and welcome to the channel. So we have another top tier patron choice. This is going to be Kent Rollins with fall off the bone baby back ribs, baked and grilled. Oh, that just sounds so good. Let's jump in and let's have a look at this one.
Fire is hot. I don't know what you're waiting for. It's grilling season, and we done got you a recipe, some baby back ribs with a dry rub on them that will fall apart, melt in your mouth. Get the gang and get the fire hot. Come on.
Come on. Oh, he's got an intro. Oh, this must be an older video, maybe. He doesn't have an intro anymore.
Hey, thank y'all for stopping by the backyard. My name is Kent Rollins, and we fitting to do us some grilling today. Hey, we grill year-round, but everybody's getting ready to fire them grills up. Today, we're so honored that the National Pork Board has sponsored this video, and folks, let me tell you, I do love me some ribs. Woo-wee! All kinds of ribs, but I be loving me some baby backs more than about any other kind of rib that you can fix. Now, first of all, let's talk about this pork when we see it in that butcher case. Now, y'all know pork has marbling just like beef. A lot of people overlook that. But you can see through here these little white specks. As Shan drips in here, you'll see them. That's marbling.
Yeah,
that's what we're after. Now, the baby back rib versus the St. Louis or the spare rib, the spares come down here closer to the bottom of the belly. The baby back come up here closer to the top of the backbone near the loin, which to me is the most tender and has such a great flavor. Now, when you see these in the butcher case, first of all, make sure that they're good and meaty. Now, I like to try to stay about 2.5 to 3 pounds on a baby back if you can get them. And you can see this has got meat all over. That's what we're after. Now, be careful that you don't get some of them shiners. Now, you don't see it very often, but some of them grocery stores, you'll see them to where you can see a lot of bone peeking through here already. That's what we call a shiner slab. They're all right to eat, but them are going to tend to fall apart more as you cook them because they don't have enough binding meat to cover that bone. And folks, we always going to have to, what? Y'all have seen me do it before.
Trim it.
Remove the membrane. So, first of all, you can just take this, see this first bone here, slip your knife there under it and just pull it up just a little. Get you one of these paper towels, pull it out here, and look here. See, we got the whole membrane. You can see it as it pulls off. I'll turn it this way. Big says, hey, I can use that in my business. You peel that off because we're going to make this more tender. That way we can let this seasoning and everything soak through there. That membrane's going to hide that. I ain't going to let it penetrate down through there. Now, I like to do this right out of the icebox or even a little chilled more than that. Or you can freeze them for about 15 minutes and that'll peel off there so much easier. A little lime juice. Don't take much. Just make sure you get him rubbed in everywhere. Cover the little side of them exposed bones. Now, y'all have heard me tell you this. We're not making these taste like lime. Lime juice is a natural meat tenderizer. Breaks down connective tissue, which is going to make this more tender. So let's go ahead and roll him on over here to the eating side. Get him rubbed in there really good. So I'll be cooking a lot of ribs, and I really like to cook them, and then I'll put maybe a little barbecue sauce on them at the end. But me and Shan got to eating some dry rub ribs. They don't have to have nothing, folks. There is so much flavor in this dry rub recipe that we got. You're going to be wanting to put it on everything you got. So in this, folks, is some brown sugar, some chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder. Whew. And I mean, it is so good. Gives it such a great flavor. And don't be sparingly on it. Make sure everybody's got some of it. Turn it over, do the other side. You know, when you put seasoning on pork, especially pork, it really absorbs seasoning and takes on that taste. It is a great meat that will accept a lot of things. Make sure you get this outside edge here too when we got to going. Now this mixture that I'm going to give you this recipe for this dry rub is enough to do 2 slabs.
Good already.
So he's all ready to go, folks. What he got to do now is we're going to cover him with some tinfoil, put him in the ice box in there, let him set about 3 hours, preferably 4, but 3 to 4 hours. We're going to go get us a fire built in camp, so see you down the trail here in a minute. Well, how you like that? The magic of TV, a Dodge pickup, and a little hard work, and we have moved camp. And Old Glory is seeing over.
Look at that view.
So
nice
they've been in the ice box about 3.5 hours they have. I drug them out about 40 minutes ago. to let them come to room temperature. Now today we're going to cook these in a 16-inch oven. Now I greased the bottom of that oven before we start because I'm putting an insert in there, and we're going to put just a little bit of chicken broth, or you can use water because I just want a steam effect. That's
okay.
why I got the rack in there also. We're going to have to carve on them just a minute. Look at that good broth it made. So we're just going to try to put the middle to him, which is about right there. And then I want to just lay him where he sort of sitting right up here on this rack. And he can sit right there beside him. Takes about half a cup. Just don't pour it directly on him. I just want to get enough in there that it's nearly right up to the bottom of that rack. So if you're going to cook these in the house, preheat your oven to about 300 degrees. Take these ribs out about 40 minutes ahead of time so they can warm up a little. Put you a rack in a foil pan like I had, or a casserole pan large enough to hold them. Put your little chicken broth on there, or a little water, either one, and then cover it with foil. 2 hours, 300 degrees, and then pull them out there, and you got to stick around. Then I'll tell you what you do to them next. So I'm going to take this one over here to the trivet. Well, you can see we set her on a tall trivet there. The ground was a little wet, so I took that old propane torch and I dried it out before we started. Set the oven on there good. Pretty heavy coals, top and bottom, all the way around. Ain't a whole lot of breeze today. We will rotate just a little, but I want them to cook sort of slow here because we just sort of want a slow steaming effect. We did a while ago, we did rotate the bottom one way, the lid the other, about halfway through this first 35-40 minutes that we've been on. Luck is in our favor because the wind is dying down, so don't say too much about it.
And it's been a while since I cooked anything in a camp oven like that. I wonder where he is. Is that part of his property, or is it just somewhere where he goes? Oh my God, that looks good. Woo. That's a pretty big river if it's full of water.
You can see how that's getting a little brown on top, and we still got us some steam in there, but we're going to have to add just a little more broth so we can keep that in there. But we're going to lose some of that top heat right now because we are getting pretty brown. But I guarantee you them things is getting tender. Folks, we don't like long pulling that little piece of hog meat out of there and putting it over here on this grill. Now when you got any kind of rub or anything that's got a sugar base in there somewhere, it's want to be apt to stick to the grill or whatever you're cooking it on, because we're going to finish them over here. So we got to give it another greasing, and make sure you get a lot on there because I don't want it sticking and pulling off none of that meat. Well folks, we have been on 1 hour. 30 minutes with top heat, 30 minutes without. Hardwood, good hardwood, is going to always cook faster outside than it does in the oven. Take me 2 hours in the house, but you can see that starving beagle over there somewhere. He don't want to wait that long. So let's take a look.
Oh man!
Now I'm looking for
sizzling.
That to pull away from the bone, and you can see that started. So this little feller is ready to go. We need to give it a little dusting right here on top
before we throw it on the grill.
Now we're going straight over here. That brown sugar and that good rub that's in there, that stuff sort of caramelizes that brown sugar and sort of makes it look like a sauce. Wow, I mean, this will make you do a happy dance even if you're unhappy.
I love his grill. What is that? Horseshoes on it? Looks like it's just a piece of iron with some horseshoes. Excellent. Excellent. No fancy materials, just what works. Oh man, that dry
so you
rub
can see
looks
this
good,
is
doesn't
pulled
it?
away here, and we got some good color.
Oh,
and when
my.
you turn that over,
Ooh.
I want to see that caramelization on there and get that crust, and that's what we got. Got a good pull on there. We got good color. So we're going right over there to the table. Now, when you get them to this spot, I like to have me a little brown sugar just to go right back up on top. And you got to allow for the wind. Sometimes you got to be like way over here somewhere, but it'll get there. Now, I'm going to let that sit right there and rest a good 5 minutes before you do anything to them, because when you try to cut that hot rib like that, whew, it'll try to fall apart. You can see
Interesting that
the
brown,
quality
extra brown
control
sugar on it.
inspector
Okay.
is ready to give it a go. So we're just going to go right here, B.
Oh my God.
That looks
look
like
at,
a good one to me. Looky there. Oh, we almost forgot. The beeg always gets the first bite. Wait. Oh, you wait. We got to have manners. Wait. This is very important. The people at the National Pork Board want to know if you got manners. Okay. Now, I really like the way this got a glisten and a shine to it, that brown sugar and all that good rub that's on there sort of set that up. Now, when you get to thinking about this, you think that first bite is going to be way too sweet. It balances out so well with it and the chili powder in there, so hang on. Hang on, I gotta have another bite. It's so good before I do anything else.
Man, that looks good, doesn't it? Oh.
Come on, Big. Do the cha-cha-cha. You may be a fan of barbecue sauce, but after you do this, we're gonna have to wait a minute because I'm hungry. Never go to a rib party without being properly equipped.
Yep.
Carry a rag or a used pair of something in your pocket. But it is a sort of a sweet
do some more
combination, and it is so good. Cooking them the steam way there for so long, gonna make them really tender, and then you just finish them over here on the grill. And if in your mind too, I was cooking with all hardwood mesquite today. Whatever you got going on there, throw you a little bit of hickory smoke in there, a little bit of apple, a little bit of cherry, whatever you want, but just make sure you share with the neighbors. Get the folks over in the backyard, invite all the neighbors and everything else. This is a budget-friendly recipe that you can share with a whole lot of neighbors, and it is so good, so easy to prepare. We want to thank the National Pork Board for helping us with this video. They sponsored it. It is a great time to be enjoying some pork on the grill. I'm guarantee you this stuff is good. Now, we got a whole lot of other pork-friendly recipes on our little YouTube channel, as some of y'all might have seen, and Shan will have you a link down there below. But if you need some more information on pork, just go to pork.org and you'll get that figured out. They will take care of you. Don't be afraid to buy it, folks, because it is what I call larrapin' good. Well, we hope you enjoyed something down here along the banks of the Red River, because me and Shan and the Beagle sure did, and it was really good to have us some dry rub pork. We appreciate you one and all, we do. And as always, I tip my hat, I do, to our servicemen and women and all the veterans who have kept this old country free to have the opportunity we do to cook and share our food and lifestyle with all you who watch. We appreciate you one and all. So remember, ring the ding-dong bell, invite the neighbors over to the backyard, enjoy you some food and some fellowship, and love your neighbor. I'll see you down the dry rub rib trail.
Oh.
You know, grilling time is all the time for us, but it's really fitting to ramp up here pretty quick now with into May. Everybody's going to be breaking them grills out, and what a better time to get the family in the backyard, get you some, hey. Well, folks, you can see we done moved location. It's trying to blow my hat off out there, and I don't want y'all to have to fight the wind for the noise. Whoa! Easy, you better look out there, buddy. And the Beagle had him a good time as well. As always, me and Shan want to thank you for... Would you quit?
It must be so good. Oh my God, it must be so good. The Beagle just wants to have it all. So I've never cooked baby back ribs. This kind of gives me an idea that, you know, it's going to be fairly straightforward. I would never have thought of using the broth to kind of steam it and cook it at the same time. Man, it looks so good though. Look, I mean, it must be good. it must be good. Look at the beagle. You know, the beagle was looking for it. So, but it looked good. It looked very, very good. So, he always has a great way to present it, his videos as well. Very calm. Go through the instructions, very easy. It's very straightforward. I like that bit he does at the end about the servicemen and women. It's always nice to tip your hat to them for sure. But this was really good. I liked it. It gives me, every time I watch Kent Rollins, it kind of gives me a little bit more confidence to try some more stuff. So I definitely got to try some of these recipes. So I definitely need to do it. So guys, thank you very much. Thank you to the Patreon user for this request. You know who you are. We'll definitely come back and do some more Kent Rollins very soon. So, guys, in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us today. Make sure you stay safe, and I'll definitely see you in the next reaction video. Did you enjoy that video? Why not watch another one?